Greetings, fellow humans. Welcome once again to Ultima Underworld, and apologies for missing a recording session last weekend. I've just been kind of busy. Last time we encountered the Grey Lizardmen and their possible leader Ishtas, who spoke to us in English. Apparently, the Grey Lizardmen are able to produce the sounds of our tongue, unlike the green and the reds. They also apparently perform translation services for the Reds, because after helping out one of the Red Lizardmen, we got a note claiming to have been translated by the Greys, or the Quiet Ones as they're called, ironically. Yes, we got a note that claims to have been translated by the Grey Lizardmen, telling us what would probably turn out to be quite a useful spell. Doesn't make a huge amount of sense, since according to Vernix, the Goblin King, who we met some time ago, he told us that the problem with the lizardmen speaking our language wasn't so much wasn't they didn't understand it, was that they didn't have the vocal apparatus to produce the sounds of it. But in that case, I don't see any particular reason why they should be unable to write it. It's almost as if the whole lizardmen can't physically speak English thing was just an excuse to get the player to learn a bit of their language, because the developers thought it was cool. But obviously there's some proper explanation I just haven't thought of. Anyway, we encountered a charming red gentleman who asked for a gem to finish a completed collection. In return, gave us a spell. Gave us a spell, Ilempor, which apparently means walk on water, which will be very handy because Ishtas asked us to go and look for his leader, whose name, as I recall, is oh dear. All right, the plot is getting complicated now. The plot thickens, and I forget what people's names are. Ishtas asked us to look for Ossikka, who went on an expedition upstream and went missing. In return, Ishtas is going to give us information probably relevant to our quest, or at least relevant to one side quest. I think there was something about a princess or somebody who got kidnapped. Never mind, she'll turn up. Our current side quest is to go upstream and look for Ossikka. There's no direct information about what upstream means, but I think it means in the vague direction of this way. So, that said, and with that, behold. Also, and we can walk on water. Also, off screen, I took the opportunity to go and ditch some of the amazing amount of crap I was carrying. So now I think I made a little stash over in this area near the stairs. So hopefully I should be able to actually carry anything that I find. What's this? Have I been here? Ah, yes, I remember this bridge. Okay, let's carry on upstream and see if there's anything interesting that I can find. I see a hostile lurker. However, now I can fight you on an even footing, hostile lurker. Splat, 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 splat. Come on. I think it says in the manual that nobody really knows what a lurker looks like under it. Because all you see is the eyes and the tentacles and the teeth when it sees fit to grace you with its teeth. Sees fit to grace you with its teeth. That's an interesting way of saying tries to bite your ass off, isn't it? Right. More lurkifiers. Particularly wants to fight you at the moment, lurkifier. water. Ooh! There's always a cave behind the waterfall. You know, well, there's always a cave behind the waterfall. What have we got here? Badly worn leather vest. Ah. Badly worn leather vest. I can't put down. Right. And hidden behind the leather vest is a wand, which I shall think. And a serviceable leather cap. Right. How's walk on water doing? I can still walk on water. Up we go. Another waterfall. Doesn't seem to be a secret room behind this waterfall. No secret cave for you. Bloop, 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 bloop. Ooh. Ah, no, I have been here. I think I recognise this area. Yes. Okay, so no sign of Ossikka yet. Let's explore. And here, ooh, here is some interesting stuff. Here is a lurker that does not like me very much. Alright, lurker. Have at you! They ain't so tough, but they're a real pain to... They're a pain to fight if you don't have a water walking spell. Because they tend to wander off into the watery deep, and you can't chase after them. And you automatically 8 coins. Of course, you automatically put away your weapon if you walk into the watery deep. So, yes, skull and some bones. Potion and a worn breastplate. Yeah, it's not worth. I don't think it's worth picking up the. I don't think it's worth picking up the armor. I want to be heading. Don't think it's worth picking up the armor. I just don't have the carrying capacity for it at the moment. Maybe if I can get my strength up a bit. Yeah. I'm on the top of the waterfall. Interesting. There doesn't seem to be any... Okay, well this would seem to count as upstream, but I can't see any... It's sometimes difficult to see from the map exactly where any side passages might be that are not... I've not explored. So let's make absolutely sure I've filled in all the map areas over here. Yes, I have been in there. What's this? And I have been in here. And there goes another lurker. Urgh, bloody lurkers. Stop it, lurker. I don't particularly want to fight you at the moment. No, there's nothing much around here. Let's carry on in the roughly east. Go back to where I was, in a sort of roughly northeasterly direction. Yes. Away with you, lurker. I may suddenly find myself sinking into the water if my Elim Poor spell runs out. That's all there is up here by the look of it. There's one cave behind a waterfall and one remains of a knight. Nope, this is about as far upstream as it goes. Ah! No more water walking for you. Right. Let's have another one of those. Incantation failed. I mean, incantation failed, right. I haven't got that much magic left. Yes, stay away from those lurkers. How did whoever died there get there in the first place? Somebody went for a swim in some armour and got waylaid by the lurkers by the look of it. By the look of it. Hey. Alright, let's go down. Let's go down here. Actually, oh, that's my tree. Yes, I have been here. And that, I think, is where you end up if you've been teleported. Go away, lurkers. I want to talk to you. Yes, you can stop playing the fighting music as well. I said stop playing the fighting music. Ah, what's up here? Ah! Ooh. Nothing with it I'm particularly inclined to fornicate. Eat! Come on! Stop damaging my battle axe. Gonna need to get it fixed. I've got a spare one in my stash. Oh dear. Can't shake the nasty feeling there's a lurker coming up behind me. Ow! I'm gonna have to get this battle axe back to the shop for repairs, I think. Gotcha. And you can bugger off too. Eat. Yeah, the importance of watching a 6. 8. Right. Now, if you lot have quite finished, to explore this room. A book. What does it say? Speaking foul increases one's nimbleness and tumbling. Right. I reckon that's almost certainly the acrobat skill. I shall write it down. Foul. Acrobat. Yes, I've taken to writing the mantras down in my on my map. This is all very interesting. All very interesting it is, but so is this what I defeated a gazer for? This is apparently what I defeated a gazer for. Some plants, a green mushroom. Ah! I was after a green mushroom, wasn't I? Green mushroom part and a rotworm, right. You mix the ingredients into a stew. Oh, I've got some rotworm stew, which I'm sure will come in useful sometime. Which I'm sure will come in handy at some point when I stop being attacked by bloody lurkers. Ow! I really don't want to fight you. But I don't have any choice in the matter, I don't think. You're being annoying. You're being annoying. So, it seems to be most of what there is to explore. I don't see any sign of Ossikka. Just a load of lurkers. Just a load of lurkers. Just my lurk. That was a very very sudden and unexpected MIDI note that just popped out of the accompaniment there. Ooh. There is another waterfall, which I don't think I can jump up though. Ooh, what's in here? Ah! A rat! How now, a rat? I've used that joke before. Right, rat. There are some interesting things to find around here. What's this? A book. What says the book? Ghastly one's broken half-tav. Search for blade in southeast. Behind wall, secrets are. That sounds kind of like a lizardman would have written that. What have we got? Ossikka. Upon your shoulders does holding together the lizard folk alliance fail. Please do not fail me. Fall. Upon your shoulders does holding together the lizard folk alliance fall. Please do not fail me. The lizard folk seem fairly well allied. I see a pile of bones and a dirt floor. Well, a hearthstone and a sanctstone, which I think I've already got both of, but and a badly worn dagger. Well, ooh, graffiti. Ask Shankleg about crazy wizard. Well, if I encounter anyone called Shankleg, if any self-respecting creature would go around calling himself Shankleg, should I find such a person, I will ask Shankleg about the crazy wizard. Oh, damn it! No more water walk for you. Right. I'm pretty much right next to Ishtas's dwelling, so I don't know why he couldn't have gone and searched himself. I mean, he'd gone himself and searched, not searched himself. Right. Are you Ishtas? You see a friendly grey lizardman called Ishtas. Okay, Ishtas. Again, a greeting to you I give. I have news of Ossikka, I think. Please, adventurer, what Ossikka news have you? I found this, yes. I found this, a note. Why, yes, of this Ossikka did have. Oh, what means this? I found his bones in a room upstream, sorry. Sorry day indeed. Still, thank you. Here, a gift for you is. A gift for me is. Right, quite handy. Now, tell me about this sword you're going to tell me about. What you to know want? Well, where it is might help, yes. Sword in 2 places broken is. Wizard took half below. Ossikka clue to blade found, he said. Blade somewhere in our domain is, I think. More than that, I do not know. Well, thank you for my help. Thank you for your help. And thank me for my help, yes, which you did already, which is nice. Okay, so Ossikka said, ghastly ones broken have search for blade in southeast. Oh, I can't spell. In southeast. Ghastly ones broken half have search for blade in southeast. Right. Well, poor old Ossikka didn't get very far. Search for blade in southeast. That'll be around this area here. How best to get to that area there? Not particularly. Probably cut through the red lizardman's domain and have a look. There's an area here I haven't explored. Let's go and have a look. Assuming that the blade is something I want. What are you doing there, friendly grey lizardman? I am feeling a little bit beaten up after that fight with the gazer, so it might be prudent. A little bit of healing. Wow. That's better. Which pretty much cleans me out of mana. Now, Ishtas had some stuff for me, didn't he? What did Ishtas give me? Ishtas, this is not supposed to be my pouch for that. As usual, I got myself in rather a pickle with the with my inventory. Okay, you can go in the miscellaneous sack. You can go in the miscellaneous sack. You can go in my rune bag. Okay, oops. I can pick you up and oops, I dropped it in there by mistake. Don't need that. I do seem to have a separate wand bag. So let's put the wands in the wand bag. Alright, wands go in there. I'm currently fed and wide awake, good. Head north and then east through the lizardmen's domain. I'm currently fed and wide awake, and I've got a reasonable amount of stuff left. I have a worn battle axe, which probably shouldn't be waving around in the faces of the lizardmen. But yes, before I get into too many more fights, I should take my axe to get repaired. I found another battle axe, and it is now currently in my stash. Near the stairs down, so I can retrieve that when I need to. Be gone from my path, Red Lizardman. Yeah. Bloody NPCs in games. They're always in the way. Oops. Why am I always swimming? Right. Yeah, the swimming sound tends to play when you're... Bloody lurkers, just go away, would you? The swimming sound does tend to play when you're when you just get a little bit too close to the water. It's not very accurate with when you're actually swimming. I mean, the game, in theory, should be able to know, but in practice... Did I ever go down there? I don't think I ever went down there. Let's go down there. A rough floor and nothing. Cracked irregular stone wall and nothing else. Well, out goes another torch. Did I actually bring any spare torches? I've got one spare torch. One spare torch that I've got. So this is definitely the southeast. But that wall doesn't seem to get me very far. Ooh, I moved the vines aside. Gold-veined wall and a switch. You hear the roar of tons of water falling to my mother. I hear the roar of... You hear the roar of tons of water falling to your west. Yes, speak, shh. God, no. I know, the bloody lizardmen feel I can hardly produce human speech at the moment. And it did indeed. It cleaned out an entire large room. With cracked irregular stone walls and a door. What is behind the door? Spiders. Spiders are behind the door. Poisonous bloody spiders are behind the door. Probably haven't got any leeches. Well, what's up here? Ghost! A ghost! I'm not sure I'm even capable of actually hitting this thing, you know. Ah! Oh, I am. Right. It's not so ethereal that I can't give it a good clobbering. Be given a good clobbering, ghost. Ah, you're no match for me. Hopefully it's ethereal enough that it won't blunt my axe too much. There. It's not so tough. Good confused, dude. You're becoming fairly badass, to be honest. Right. Ah, and another shrine. Makes 3 shrines on this level. Makes 3 shrines on this level. Oh, I might as well mark it. Shrine. Maybe I do need the service of the grey lizardman to help me speak and write. Heal thyself by using fountain. Ooh, a healing fountain. It renews my strength, but doesn't cure my bloody poison. Well, and what is this? I see a broken blade. Seek for the sword that was broken. With the lizardmen it dwells. Well now. Also, healing. Healing fountain could come in handy. I'm barely poisoned, that's fine. I want a mana restoring fountain as well. A little bit peckish. Okay. So I found half a sword. Apparently the ghastly ones have the other half. That doesn't sound scary at all. And I found some potions. I see a magical green potion, a green potion, and a red potion. A slightly worn magical wand, a slightly worn magical wand, and a slightly worn wand. I'm not aware that there is such a thing in this game as an unmagical wand, but I suppose... that's at least telling me my lore skill is up to identifying if things are magical, or if some things are magical. I need more points in lore, but I don't know how to... I don't know how to advance some. I don't know how to advance lore specifically. I'll need to find a mantra for that, and I haven't yet. Right. So I think I've found a plot significant item, or half of one. Perhaps I shall take another trip upstairs to see Shaq. He said he was interested in the sword and the shield. This looks like part of the sword. there were 8 talismans, of which the sword was one and a shield was another. Let's go and see if I have any skill points available, and maybe put one into Zappy Zappy. Maybe put one into Zappy Zappy if I have. The experience to go. Maybe a little bit more defense. I think it was Moo Arm was there. I advanced in casting and casting. I'd rather have had law. It's in casting and law, right. I'm not ready to advance, right. Next time I advance, I'll try and put a bit more points in defense. I'm really lacking in that. Have I learned to identify anything? Slightly more magical one, slightly more magical one, slightly more wand of electrical bolt with 3 full charges. I have learned to identify something. Magical green potion, red potion. Obviously identifying wands is easier than identifying potions, which is annoying because I've got a big stack of potions I don't want to drink because I don't know what they do. I just have to dump them with the rest of my stash. Electrical bolt could come in handy. Yeah. Anyway, I think that might be a good place to stop. I've done another side quest, found a thing, found another mantra, and advanced a little. Next time, perhaps I will take another trip up to see Shaq and see what he has to say about the sword and also my rather worn axe. But that will be an activity for next time. So until then, as usual, Confused Dude and I shall bid you bye-bye.